Hi everybody, welcome to my channel today. If you are new, hello and welcome. My name is Justine and I am 40 something and I live on the west coast of Canada. I post videos about 2 or 3 times a week on beauty reviews, hauls, a little bit of shopping, a little bit of lifestyle, quite a few subscription boxes. So if you're interested in something like that, then please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and that way you'll stay up to date with all my latest videos. If you're one of my regular subscribers, hello and welcome back today. So today I am so excited to talk to you about this brand that I stumbled upon called Elate Cosmetics. I actually have heard of them before. I did get a product of theirs in my BC Living Simply Beautiful box, and it was a highlighting stick and it came in like a little cardboard package, and unfortunately I was very disappointed in the product. I think it was more so the packaging kind of let the product down. It was in one of those cardboard tubes similar to what Tarte does. So some of their lipsticks come in a cardboard tube, and that's kind of what this was. But then the highlighter, because it was a cream product, dried out, so I never really got a chance to use it. So I kind of forgot about the brand itself. From what I did learn about them, because I was interested, because it was a Canadian product and it is actually in my hometown, believe it or not, which is even more surprising to me because I do live in quite a small town in British Columbia. So then to also find out this product is a local product, that's also why I was so intrigued about it when I got it in my beauty box. So needless to say, I was a little bit disappointed, so I never really further investigated the line. Then I just happened to get an email about kind of what's happening in your town, and one of the things that they mentioned, events, was a beauty workshop at Elate Cosmetics. So I thought, yeah, I remember that. Maybe I'm going to attend, because I always love going to beauty events. Sephora often has them, and if there's any other ones, I'm there. So I signed up for the event, and it was some sort of a workshop. I think it was basically on bronzing, and then they would also talk to you about their brand, and it was just a beauty workshop evening. So anyway, I was down for that. So I went to their studio, and they actually have a studio where you can go in and have your makeup done. They have all their products out front, so it's a retail storefront, and they also produce the cosmetics right there. So they actually have a factory in this location as well, which was also really exciting. So I was greeted by a lovely woman there, and she was their resident makeup artist, and she is also an esthetician and skincare specialist. So my favorite kind of person. So there was quite a few ladies there, and we were all told to bring our makeup bags, and we would do some little demos and practicing and doing some workshopy kind of things on makeup. So the first initial thing was the lady, the makeup artist, explained to us about the company, and let's just say I'm just so blown away by this brand. I kind of knew it was a clean cosmetic company, it was local and that kind of stuff, but that's about as far as I knew. So they are vegan, they are cruelty-free, they're natural, and all their packaging is sustainable. I think she said the only item that isn't sustainable is the plastic wand that's inside their mascara, so that's pretty amazing. Their packaging is bamboo, and she said it's not chemically treated bamboo, it's water treated bamboo, therefore meaning it is compostable. She said all their products can be recycled or composted. Even the stickers, she said, are recyclable. It was just amazing just to hear about this brand, and it was founded by one woman who was a makeup artist, and she just didn't like all the junk that was in products, and she didn't like all the excess packaging and waste. So from there she created this product line, and it's just phenomenal. So as I mentioned, they have everything is bamboo. The lid on my lip gloss is bamboo. It's just amazing. They also make these I call it a Z palette, I'm not quite sure what they are, but it's one of those carry-alls that's magnetic, and you can carry all your products in one place. That is kind of their premise, so you have limited packaging, so they sell everything as singles where it can be, and then you can carry them all with you at once, which really appealed to me. So they had a Big Daddy one of these. They had this size, and then a smaller one, and then another smaller one that actually had a mirror, but I didn't really need that. This was the perfect size for me because it would hold a few shadows as well as some cream products. They had a very vast selection of cosmetics, considering they're just such a small brand. So they had foundations. They had 3 types: powder foundation, a skin tint, which I would imagine something for a very light coverage, like a tinted moisturizer, and then more of a full coverage foundation. I personally didn't try any of those on that night, but she did demo them on some of the other guests. There was bronzers, blushes, finishing powders. So I ended up actually getting a loose bronzing powder, and I ended up getting the darkest one because you guys know I love my bronze. So it is a loose powder format, and sorry, I did mention this also as I'm doing my get ready. Kind of packaging, I don't know, it's you kind of get a puff of smoke, and when it's a bronzer, it's kind of gets all over the place. The other thing, I just thought, this blew me away. I know it's kind of sounds silly, but it's just amazing. So the eyeshadows and the cream blush that I bought come in these, you know, same as like Anastasia or Mac. You get them in these little paper packets. These ones are wildflower seeds. So when you take your product out of them, you plant them in the ground and they grow wildflowers. I just thought that was so amazing. These guys have put in so much thought into each one of these products. I'm probably not doing them justice. I just went for one evening workshop, so I'm just trying to remember everything that was talked about and mentioned. Even at the event, the things that they put out as snacks for everybody were all geared towards skin health. So you can tell these people really care about skin and the environment, and it shows just with all of their practices as well as their products. So I was super excited to try some of the things, and of course had to make a few purchases. And I bought a cream blush. It is meant for lips and cheeks, but I'm so cheeky, I will also use it on my eyes. So I got this kind of bronzy color, and I bought a single pan eyeshadow, and I bought a lip gloss. They had some gorgeous lipsticks as well, ranging from nudes right up to vampy, dark cranberry, almost borderline black. So they kind of had a huge selection of colors. I can't remember everything that she said, but I do believe she said a lot of their pigments are made from fruit and vegetables, and their sparkle comes from crushed shells, I believe, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. So there was just an overload of information. It was hard to take everything in because there was just so much interesting stuff, and I was just a sponge taking it all in. The other thing I learned from there, I've been having lots of problems with my skin over the past few months, and I put it down to I'm doing a sample use up, so I've been using a lot of different skincare, and I've stopped doing that, and I've reverted back to my old faithfuls and just sticking with those, but I'm still getting breakouts. And of course that was one of the questions that one of the gals there asked, is how do I control breakouts? And she did say, you know, a lot of it around your mouth is hormonal. There's not much you can do. You can just make extra efforts with your skincare and diet when you're PMSing, which we all know. And she did say though that cystic, in my case, tends to be an internal problem. And I've mentioned to you guys before, I follow a very clean diet. I follow the Eat Clean diet principles, which is basically I don't eat processed foods. Everything is clean. I don't eat dairy, and I eat a very high intake of fish and seafood. But I will admit to you guys, I have been sneaking dairy. And when I say I'm sneaking dairy, I eat marble cheddar cheese, and I eat it every day. It started off as just once in a while, and then it became my 3 o'clock snack time. And I have it on a rice cake. And I've been doing it for the past 6 months. So I did Google, does cheese cause bad skin? And they said, no, it's not a correlation, yada, yada. And so I mentioned to this esthetician who, she said her specialization is skincare, and I mentioned the cheese, and she went, bingo. She said it's a huge anti-inflammatory. So I am on a anti-cheese, well, I don't eat any dairy except for the cheese. So I am eliminating that. And it's not like I was eating good high quality cheese. I'm eating marble cheddar from Walmart. So don't judge me. So anyway, I'm going to eliminate that and see how my skin goes, because it's just driving me crazy, because I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, but I just keep getting these very congested skin and breakouts. So if any of you are having that issue and you're scratching your head and you eat marble cheddar from Walmart, maybe to try and cut it out and see what happens. So anyway, I am going to do a makeup. If you're interested, I'm wearing it now. And if you'd like to see how I got this look, it's kind of a bronzy, summery, glowy kind of a look using the products that I own from them, then just keep watching. Okay, so before we get started, I will just let you know I have put on foundation. They did have 3 foundations there. I didn't end up buying any of them because I have quite a few already on the go, and I just wanted to try some products for now, but I definitely will give them a look in the future. So for now, I'm wearing my own foundation. I've prepped my eyes, I'm wearing concealer, and I think that's it. So now I'm going to start on their products. So the first thing I'm going to use is the bronzer. So this is a loose powder bronzer. I do believe they had a pressed version as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But when the lady demoed the product on me, she used the loose one, and she used the medium shade, but when I bought it, I ended up buying the darkest one. I just like lots of bronze, and I did find the medium one kind of had more of a reddish tone to it. So I have used this once already. When I bought it, it was sealed closed, and then it had that usual kind of sticker on the top, but I have taken that out already, and it comes in this nice bamboo packaging. So I'm just gonna shake a little so it ends up in the top, same as most other bronzers, powders, loose powders. It's not the neatest format, but that's okay, I don't mind. So I'm just being very generous because I do like bronze, and I'm using my new It Cosmetics brush that I mentioned to you guys that I got in that kit. And one of the things the lady mentioned to me who was doing the makeup there said, which I guess is pretty obvious, but sometimes we forget, is the place that you touch first is where you're going to get the most amount of pigment. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to start here. This is the way she did it on me. And she did the 3. She actually did a 13, which I've never heard of. She goes down the middle as well. So I'm going to do that technique as well. And this one has like a slight shimmer to it, which I really enjoy. It's not a sparkle, it's just a luminosity, which is right up my alley. So I'm just buffing that in, swirling it around. And again, this one does have a tiny bit of a reddish tint to it. I do prefer more of a cool tone bronzer, but this one does give my face a lot of warmth. And I'm going to the other side. And the other really interesting thing about, I could go on and on about interesting things about this line, is this is a bamboo container, and they told me that all their bamboo is water treated, not chemically treated, so it can be composted, which was very interesting. But that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to tell you guys is these are refillable. I don't know how that would work for online purchases, but if you are local, you can go in the store, and their loose powders are refillable, which I thought was really, really great. So yeah, it just gives my skin just this nice, warm, bronzy glow. A little bit over my eyes because I'm doing a very subtle eye look today because I'm just using their products and I didn't buy a lot. I'm going with a little bit more. So yeah, it's just a nice soft sheen. Really, really like it. I'm gonna swatch it off camera and show you a photo, and I'll insert it somewhere because I find my lighting in here doesn't show true shades and my camera's too far away and I don't know how to do zooms. I'm working on it. I actually mentioned to my husband today that now that I've been doing this for a while and I'm really enjoying it, I'm going to start learning a little bit more and more techniques for filming. So stay tuned for that. But for now, this is as good as it gets. So I just love this easy, you know, you guys know I love bronzers. And it just blends out beautifully. And these products are good for my skin, good for the environment. So one thing I did notice about this powder that is a bit of a design flaw, and you will see. So I'm just tipping back what's left in my lid here. When I close it, you're going to see a big puff of smoke. And when it's a bronzer, it kind of gets everywhere. So maybe there's a better technique to it, or maybe I'm just pouring too much out. I'm not quite sure. But that part, it's just a minor thing, but I just thought I'd mention it. So hopefully I'm buffed out here. The lighting in here is just so different from my bathroom, so bear with me. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use, and I've already decanted it into my beautiful, I call this a Z palette. I don't know if that's what the real name is. I think they call them a capsule, I'm not sure. So again, this is water treated bamboo, and it has magnets, and she said if you ever want to recycle it or get rid of it, it's all fully recyclable. You just pop out this plastic, the magnets, and the magnetic bottom, and this can go in your compost. And same with their products. If you hit pan, obviously, then you just toss them in your recycling because they're made out of aluminum. And if you didn't, just dig out the rest, or they can do it for you as well, which I thought was a nice service. So there we go. So here's my eyeshadow. It's just like a nice taupey color. And the color I got was Quintessence. I'll put it, I can't say it. So I think I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics brush that I just got in my kit. It's just a gorgeous peachy taupey nude, which is right up my alley. And that's all I'm going to wear today. So I'm just going to buff this in. They're super, super pigmented, super creamy, soft, and blendable. So I'm super excited to check out more of their colors. They don't have a huge color range, but they have a very good one. I mean, it's fantastic, considering they're just a very small brand. I just love this color. It's just a perfect summery, bronzy color. It's just got a slight sheen to it, but not glitter or sparkle. It's just like a luminosity. And there you go. It's just, oh, I just love this color. There we go. And I'm going to go underneath just slightly with my little pencil brush from Sigma. They also had some gorgeous brushes there. And they're all synthetic, of course. And they're made from Teflon. And they're just baby, baby soft. But I had just bought all these IT Cosmetics ones, and I bought a little Sephora set not too long ago, so I'm not really in the market for brushes, but I definitely will check them out in the future. And the brush, the face brush she used on me, it was kind of a flat top kabuki, was really nice and kind of tempted me, but I'm just going to stick with mine for now, but I will definitely revisit that. And as for colors, as I mentioned in their eyeshadow, she said they do launches, so I think they'll have a fall collection coming out and probably bringing out some more colors, which was cool. So this is the cream product. So this is meant for lips and cheeks, and I think I'm going to put a little bit on the corner of my eyes just to give a little bit of definition in my outer V. Now, I don't really use a lot of cream blushes or products, so I'm not that skilled at using them, but I do have a Natasha Denona one, and I used my Beauty Blender sponge. This is the Fenty one. So I'm going to do the same technique for that, and I just love this color. It's just like a peachy, bronzy color, so I put it on here, and I'm just going to put it on the apples. So as I mentioned, I wore this makeup once already yesterday, and it sat beautifully, it wore beautifully, I wore it throughout the day, and considering it's a natural, not a high performance makeup, I think I did a fantastic job. So I'm really enjoying that color. It's just a perfect, like I said, peachy, bronzy nude. And I'm going to put a little bit on the corner of my eyes. Now I don't know how long these cream products last. Like in this case, I don't know if it's airtight enough. I guess time will tell. As I mentioned, I did have that cream highlighter that came in the cardboard, and it did dry out very, very quickly, actually before I even really had an opportunity to use it. So I don't know if it was because of the cardboard container it came in. So I've just put a little tiny bit on the edges there. And I'm actually going to put a little bit on my lips. I didn't do this yesterday. So I really like monochromatic looks. Just very light on my lips. I did wear the gloss, which I am going to show you now. I wore it on the night of the event because that's the color that the makeup artist tried on me. And it lasts the same as any lip gloss. You know, they're not super, super long lasting. So even just that color is nice, just plain and neutral on the lips. Matches my cheeks and my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the gloss. It has a nice little peppermint scent to it. She said there's peppermint oil, but not enough to dry your lips out. So I didn't even realize peppermint oil does dry your lips out. So it's just a really nice peachy, nudie shimmer. And just the perfect color for me. And it's so funny because the lady actually chose it for me because I said I do like a bronzy look, and she said this color tends to make you look even more bronze, so that sold me at that. But I really enjoyed this color, and a couple of ladies that were at the event commented that they liked it on me too, so I had to get it. So I'm going to finish up my makeup. I'm going to do my own mascara. They do carry a mascara, but I didn't buy that one. I have so many mascaras on the go. They also had brow products. I didn't buy any of those either because I do have quite a few of those on the go at the moment. But one of the other ladies that was there had one in her kit and she loves it. So a lot of the ladies that were in the room attending the event were current Elate customers, and they brought their little makeup bags and had tons of their products, and they were all just in love with the brand and the cosmetics, and that's why they were at the event, is to find out a little bit more about the brand. So there was already a big following already there. So now they have a new follower, which is me. So I'm going to quickly go in now and do my mascara and eyeliner, and I will be... Okay, so I finished my mascara and eyeliner and that kind of stuff. And this is the finished look, and I am in love. I just love an easy, bronzy, glowy kind of makeup that's super simple. I mean, how much more simple can you get than a cream product that can go on lips and cheeks? It doesn't say eyes on the packaging, but let's go with it. I guess I'll soon find out if it creases and all that. I don't know. But anyway, I like it on my eyes. I just use a little tiny bit on the outer corner. And I am just loving these products so much that I think I'm going to take this kit with me on my trip. I've been trying to figure out what makeup to take, and I think this will be perfect because it's simple, easy, and will go with everything, and just a simple bronzy look, which is right up my alley. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please click like, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you stay up to date with all my latest videos. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!